219, FedNow Service Funds Transfer Business Day. The Funds Transfer Business Day for the FedNow Service as set forth in the FedNow Service Schedule. That's really what the definition says. This is simply this. It's the specific workday as defined in the FedNow schedule during which funds can be moved around using the FedNow service or system, which is any day, all day, so it's like always open. It's like having a calendar with every day marked open and all hours marked open because the FedNow service is always on and available. I guess the definition could be it's anytime, any day. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. We've talked about FedNow Cycle days. We've talked about FedNow Service days. What's the difference? That's a really good question. See, the FedNow Service Funds Transfer Business Day is too many words to say to begin with. But that's a term that refers to the operating hours of the FedNow service for the processing and settling of funds transfers. It's a 24/7 operation, though, including weekends and Federal Reserve holidays. So it does have to have a start and end time, though, is what it really comes down to. During a FedNow Service Funds Transfer Business Day, you can actually initiate and receive instant payments at any time. Whereas a FedNow Cycle date, well, this term and the cycle day, it's more important and more likely to be used for accounting and reporting purposes because it aligns with what we'd call the settlement date for the FedNow transactions or the cycle date for the transactions, which corresponds to the closing of actually Fedwire Funds Services business day. And the Fedwire Funds Service business day, which is also equal to the Fed Cycle day, is typically 7 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time every business day, except with the Fedwire Funds, they're not open on weekends or holidays. So the key difference is a FedNow Cycle day applies to the settlement date, the cycle day for accounting purposes, and it actually is meant to align with FedNow closing. Whereas when we go back over to the Fedwire Service Funds Transfer Business Day, too many words. It defines the operating hours for processing transactions, which is 24/7.